Hello everyone, you are on the Artefacto channel, where renowned artists showcase their skill and share secrets with those eager to improve their painting abilities. My name is Javid Tabatabaei, and today we will be painting. Enjoy watching. I use flat brush and I use Pins Gray for the first wash. My paper is dry and I use a flat brush. I use only Pins Gray for the first wash. Here is a light, but I prefer to add a little bit shadows here. Yeah. You see a different volume about the colors, dark to light. And step by step, I'm going to add more darker and the colors blending together. Just I try to find the light and shadow in this painting for the first wash. Don't pay attention to the detail in your painting right now. After that, when your painting going to finish, step by step, you can add more detail in your painting. Yeah, I don't like to put sky because the sky place is very small. I prefer to keep it light. Yeah. I think it's better to add a little bit burnt sienna in Pins Gray because this building is very old and it's better to add more different texture in my painting. Yeah, just this kind of color is very hot and interesting, and it's going to be a good texture for our painting. You see this kind of colors. Only Pins Gray. Right now I add a little bit burnt sienna. You see this painting is, this reference is a village from Iran, and these colors going to show all their building. Yeah. Painting with watercolors is a real pleasure that is hard to put down. Despite this, I want to make a quick announcement. If you enjoyed painting with me, I invite you to join my free workshop where I will show even more watercolor techniques. Follow the link in the video description and I will be happy to see everyone. Let's continue painting. Here have to be light, and this light here and this is here. This light is important. I want to focus here, and it's better to be more darker color and more light color in this way. Yeah. You see, I use only flat brush for this painting till now. And step by step, I'm going to add more colors. Sometimes I use thick color in my painting. Most of people, they are afraid to use thick color, and they use very wet colors. It's better to try to take a more thick color, and they can understand this thick color going to help to the painting more value. How can I say? You see, step by step, I'm going to add more darker and more thick color. My brush is not very wet. I use Pins Gray, burnt sienna, little bit neutral tint. Yeah. That's right. I think it's better to dry my paper, and after that, I continue. Okay. Right now, I spatter water with my finger here, because this way I'm going to show more texture, stones or something in the ground. This kind of texture for watercolor is very interesting. Now, you see, this painting without detail, but light and shadow is, you can see the contrast between the light and shadow for the first blush. Now, for this time, I'm going to add more details in my painting. I use smaller flat brush, and I'm going to add more detail. Yeah. Only with burnt sienna and Pins Gray and neutral tint. My paper is dry, and right now I can add details. Right now it's better to use a dry brush and less colors to show the details in painting. Yeah. This way is very important, and I start from here.
Javid, can you tell us the colors that you're using are Payne's Gray, Burnt Sienna, and is there a third color you're using there?
Neutral tint.
the name is neutral tint?
That's right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But most of time for this painting, I use Pins Gray and Burnt Sienna. Neutral tint, a little bit, you can use it, but most of the time I use these Pins Gray and Burnt Sienna. Yeah. You see, step by step, my painting is going up. I use flat brush. Now I'm going to show this light. It's better to add a little bit darker color here. I think I need to add more darker. Yeah. I use thick color for this time. Yes. Don't be afraid to use thick color. Yes. I spatter here. Yeah. Now I'm going to show the shadows in this way with the flat brush. Yeah. Good. And here. Here. Good. This is good. Now I add these shadows in this way and show this plan here. This light and this light. You can see. Yeah. And this light. You see, I step by step add more darker color in my painting. Now we have different light in my painting. This is original paper. Here and here, I don't add anything in this way. This light is different than this. Here is a completely Pins Gray and Burnt Sienna. And here is darker and here is lighter. Good. Now I'm going to add more details. in this way, it's better to add burnt sienna because here is in distance, and it's better to keep lighter colors. Yeah. A spatter. Water and a little bit colors to show the texture. Good. Right now it's better to going to dry it. I think here is it's better to be a little bit darker before dry. Yeah. Yeah, it's better. Good. This time, my painting is going to finish, and it's better to add more important details in painting. Yeah. With the small round brush and thick color. I add details in painting. Yeah. More darker color in this way is interesting. Good. Now I add this details. here. And here. More darker color in this way. Yeah, you see. Step by step, I add dark colors and details. Sometimes I fade my colors with my finger. It's very interesting. You can try. Yeah. And sometimes I use a dry brush, this messy brush, and I use very dry. You can see my brush I use, and I try to make texture in my painting with the dry brush and messy. You can see this kind of texture in building. Yeah. Good. Now, this time I'm going to add a Chinese white. If you don't have a Chinese white watercolor, you can use a gouache. And I add this light in my painting. Yeah. Or sometimes you can use a flat brush. I have special brush to remove the color. You see, I remove color with this kind of brush. And sometimes directly I use a Chinese white. Yeah. I told you this way is very important, and I try to add more detail in this way. Here is not important. Just it's better to the contrast between this place. You pay attention, and it's better to add detail in this way. And this light in here, I prefer to add this light with the Chinese white. Yeah.
Hey, Javid, I had a very interesting question from Carol. Yeah. Is the brush to remove color to scrub the color? Is it a scrubber or a regular brush? Is it dry or is it wet when you remove?
No, this is I don't know the name the brush, but this especially for remove the color. The hair is very same as oil colors brush. It's synthetic and it's very hard. It's very hard. You can remove the color from your paper with this brush. You can only add a little bit water, not very wet, to remove the color from your paper, you see?
Yes. And
Yeah.
maybe you could use a palette knife if you didn't have a brush like
Yeah, that's right. If your paper is not dry, for example, I spatter water here this way because here is dry. Right now I spatter a little bit water in this way, and now I can use palette knife.
Oh, that's interesting. Thank you.
You see, no problem. Now I show you. You can use the palette knife to make a good texture. But be careful. It's better to use a little bit, not everywhere, not a lot. Yeah. This light, I like add more lighter with the Chinese white in distance. Now, I think I would like to use red, Chinese red, or to paint a figure eight in here. Because I told you, here is a gold of my painting. And because of this, you can add something important things. For example, this man. Yeah, you see. All my painting is chromatic, but something you can find different colors in painting, and it's very interesting. Or sometimes I use thick color. In this way. Yeah. Or you can add, for example, blue pale or celerian or blue gray or this kind of blue. And with the not wet, dry brush to create a texture. Yeah. Good. This way. Yeah. I can paint some stones here to show the volume in my painting and darkest colors. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think this painting is finished. You can add more details in your painting, but right now I think it's enough. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel where we assist all individuals in the mastering the skills of the drawing and immersing themselves in the wonderful world of art. Don't forget to follow the link in the video description and register for my marathon. See you there soon.